Yo! Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? Yep, it's a quick stream return today. What is it? What, like around maybe just just over 12 hours? Right? For a stream return, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Welcome, Emperor. Welcome. You're new here. Hopefully it's entertaining. We have a bit to do today. A bit of miscellaneous before we get into things. And one of the bits is checking that my webcam works. Now, I have just had a shower. Wuthering Waves player takes a shower. You know, breaking news, right? But I have just taken a shower, so my hair's wet. I let it air dry in this heat, especially, right? Oh! What the hell is that? What the fuck is that? Drink water, I guess. What the fuck is that? What the hell? What the hell was that? Stupid ass webcam, man. Honestly. Yeah, my cam's dead. That's not what it was supposed to look like. Hang on. Quick solution. Unplug and plug it back in. Quick solution. Easy peasy. Do I need to reactivate it or something? It should be the quick solution anyways. Activate. Oh, it's activating. There we go. There we go. Oh my god. It's already falling down. Ugh. Honestly. I had to cook to my dad's meals, right? I cook him some chili con carne and I cook him some chicken madras curry as well. It's roasting in that kitchen and my camera's glitching out again. Oh my god. But my hair's starting to dry already. I don't even need to get a hairdryer on it. It's that warm here. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! No! Ah! What the hell's going on? Stop it! Hello? Are you done? Are you done? I'm getting hacked again. Hang on. Hijacked by Darway before we've even gotten into anything today. That's ridiculous, man. Yeah, I've just tried doing that, and now it's just not working. Welcome, everyone. We're having technical difficulties, as per usual. It wouldn't be a Neon Infinity stream without technical difficulties. Alright, my USB 3.0 port does no longer... it no longer seems to accept the webcam. So that's brilliant. Although I seem to have a bit of lag going on right now. No. Okay. Okay. Try it again. Lights on. Yeah, we got a cyberpunk reference again. Okay. It will now try and focus. Any glitches in chat? No? Alright. Then we're going to get on to what we actually want to do today. Okay, so just make sure that it's the window for the right window, WuWa. Make sure it's the right account as well. No, it's the wrong account. It's the wrong account, guys. It's the wrong account. What's that? Okay, that's fine. I'm doing well, guys. How are you doing? It is absolutely boiling in the UK right now. It's been boiling for the past like 2-3 days, right? And it's gonna be like this until like Friday, even maybe Saturday as well. It's gonna start cooling down after Saturday, but it's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good. I'm ready, kinda, with my Astrites. Yeah, El Nino, something like that, something heat wave. Right. 40 degrees Sunday in Germany. Yeah, that sounds rough. That sounds rough, my guy. That sounds rough. South Africa. By the way, do you watch football? If so, then congratulations on making it to the knockout stages of the World Cup. Superb. Superb stuff from South Africa. I didn't think they would after the opening game. All right, straight into it. Okay, I'm just going to do my dailies first, because we have the survey that's out, I believe. So we are going to do the survey, because, you know, we make videos out of that, don't we, chat? And then we've got, I think, like 5 or 6 videos to watch, YouTube videos. It is survey time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I'm still going with Shisa. I'm just like hyper. I mean, South Africa tried and they got to the knockouts, so, you know. Obviously, we'll see who they face very soon. I do hope they stop HP inflation. That Lampilumen was a piece of shit. Press G and lock down? No. Okay, go on then. Oh my god! Holy shit. Oh my god. I did not mean to see that. Yes, I did. Okay. No, I'm gonna do the survey now, after I've done my dailies, right? All it is doing a nest and doing these character materials for Yang Yan. Although, I think I might switch my teams when I do these. I might do Frolova, because she just insta-kills them, I'm pretty sure.
Come on, get in the shot.
Yuki is definitely one of them people characters that would be like, they are very vulnerable.
It's been so long.
Hang on, Postman's here. Crap. That way got me, chat. Again. Oh. Yeah, Hiyuki is very vulnerable. She's very easy to be killed if you don't know what you're doing. Hence why I struggle with Sigilant, right? Oh dear, it's so warm here. It's really warm, guys. I'm not gonna lie. How is Lucilla? I don't know. I'll ask her.
Dismantle. This ends here. Connection severed. Flicker into form.
All right. Wave plates done. Okay. So. Did you yawn? Got the dog with me again. You can see that red mark by the letter. That means survey time. Oh, okay. Okay. I love it. Do we have a new event as well? Hang on. I'm gonna see the new event, right? The Cyberpunk. Yeah, the Matrix Reform shit. Let's go. Let's start hacking. Time to hack. Oh, it was so difficult. Let's do another one. Oh, that one was difficult, guys. Anyways, okay, let's make a video out of this, shall we? Okay. So how's the audio, by the way? Okay, we're good. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the patch again where we have a survey to do. Now, of course, surveys in Wuthering Waves are like a community event. It gives us an opportunity to really criticize the game, praise it, you know, do what we should be doing rather than being, you know, toxic positivity all the time. And there are a few things that I definitely want to talk about today. Like, for example, you know, the 1.x banner reruns, the HP inflation, and just the general sort of WuWa mode, right? And a bunch of other things that I think that should be coming to the game. We're going to be putting them in there, right? We're going to be doing that. But ultimately, I'm just happy to do these surveys because I know that my stuff will get listened to. They do listen, genuinely. It's crazy. But I think I might need to, you know, change my display. So hang on 1 second. How's that? If I just minimize that. Okay. Beautiful. You saw my stream overlay there, but there was nothing to really be crazy about. Okay, here we go. Flashbang. Again, I wish there was a dark mode to these questionnaires. But anyways, let's have a go then. Please let us know your age. Yeah, for some reason they really want to know my age, man. Okay, so far, how would you rate your overall experience in WuWa 3.4? The dream not dreamed. Okay, I'm satisfied. I am satisfied. Actually, no, I want to go back on that. Shit. Wait, no, I am very satisfied. I'm very satisfied, guys. I'm very satisfied. Yeah. I think the Cyberpunk quest was so good. And the combat for both resonators, you know, the collab resonators are great. I think Lucilla is, you know, she's basic but fun, right? I think the events are fine. So overall, yeah, I'm very satisfied. Based on your experience in current version, how satisfied are you with the following? Music and sound effects, very satisfied. Story, very, right? Very, yeah. Environment visuals, I mean, the freaking Night City visuals are crazy. World exploration, I'm going to say neutral on this one. Because even though Night City is technically explorable, I would like it to be more explorable, if that makes sense. But, you know, obviously we can't have a big region expansion every patch, so. How are you satisfied are you with the following? Combat, yeah, satisfied. Resonator building, satisfied. I mean, maybe neutral, actually, because, again, the sort of early access for character flowers is still not in the game. So, Resonator visuals, very satisfied for that. Performance optimizations. I mean, my game hasn't lagged that much this patch, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm going to say, for me, satisfied. I know it will be different for other people, but obviously that's our point of a survey, right? I'm not supposed to be speaking through others here. Or others aren't supposed to be speaking through me, rather. Based on your experience in the current version, how satisfied are you with the following? UI design, very satisfied again. I think the UI has been great. Events and challenges, neutral. I think the Star Torch racing event, very weird, right? That you had to do 10 races in total, but there was only 4 tracks and you had to do them twice. So that means you had to do all 4 tracks twice to get all the rewards from them, and then you had to do another 2. Just like repeat another 2. I ended up doing the 4th track 4 times to get the rewards. So, yeah. Co-op experience, very dissatisfied. Actually, no. Neutral. Because of the event, right? The event actually gave us some co-op experience. Well done, guys. I think the content... I don't know, guys. I don't know. Because I feel like because the patch is short, we're not getting much. But also, we're not getting much because the patch is short. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to say I'm torn between limited and sufficient here. I'm going to say sufficient. Because even though, what, we've got like 4 events, I think the collab definitely, you know, takes away quite a bit of it. So I'm going to say sufficient. Actually, no, I'm going to say limited. I'm going to say limited, yeah. How would you rate Night City? Oh, environment visuals, very satisfied. World exploration, I mean, there's not really much combat, is there? An adventure experience, so neutral. What is Night City Cherry Blossom Market satisfactory? I think they mean why, right? Why is it satisfactory? Environment design. Lighting. I love the lighting. They did so well with that. Distinctly different from other regions. Refreshing. Rich and interesting Easter eggs, yeah. They did that. Captures the cyberpunk aesthetic, yep. Yep. Vegetation. I mean, the holographic vegetation, I guess. I do like the color scheme, personally. Decorations are appealing, yeah. I mean, I've not even tried the, you know, the car door stuff, right? I like the architectural style, I agree. The VFX of objects being destroyed are realistic. I haven't done that. Gameplay experience in the environment is interesting. E.g. Breach Protocol, yeah. That's good. Why is the night market not satisfactory? Okay. Few collectibles, I agree. Elevation challenges, I don't care. Gameplay content, not even distributed, no. Not enough Easter eggs, no. Collective items are relatively sparse, no. I think you can come across them quite easily. Get stuck in nooks and crannies, no. Lack a distinction between collectible items and environment, no. I mean, you just use the scanner. The gameplay content is not very enjoyable, no. The VFX of objects being destroyed are not realistic, no. Area too small. Yeah, too little playable content. Yeah. If they were just a bit more, that'd be great, I guess. Background music is unpleasant, no. Gameplay content is limited, no. I think the variety is fine. There's just not much quantity-wise. It's difficult to find the locations, no. There were too many invisible walls, no. Freezes and frame drops, no. Not interested in exploring the overworld, no. Okay, that's all for that one. Did you notice Easter eggs in the collab story that pay homage to Cyberpunk 2077 or Edge Runners? Yes, I did. I did, yeah. I'm satisfied with the Easter eggs. Yeah. If Wuthering Waves were to collaborate with another IP in the future, which of the following criteria would you like the IP to meet? Ooh, please ask us what IPs you want. I guess I do want it so where I'm familiar with it, right? High compatibility with WuWa. Thing is, right, if you look at the ones I want, like Freerun, ReZero, Stuff like that. It's not really compatible with Wuthering Waves, right? So I'm familiar with it. That's all, right? If Wuthering Waves was to have another collaboration, is there any IP you would like to see? Yes. Ooh, one IP. Ooh. Shit, I'm torn now. ReZero or Freerun? I'd have to say Freerun, I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to say Freerun, I think. How much do you agree with the following statements regarding the IP you mentioned? I'm very familiar. Well, I am familiar, yes. So I strongly agree. Good brand image. It does, yeah. Widely discussed? Yeah, I'd say it is, yeah. High compatibility? Neutral. IP is not collaborated with other games. I believe it has. So I believe it has, right? Ooh, Darling in the Franxx, 0-2. Oh my god, imagine getting 0-2 in Wuthering Waves. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine getting 0-2 in Wuthering Waves. I might pee a little. If we were to collab with Freerun, which characters from Freerun would you look forward to seeing in Wuthering Waves? Freerun and Fern. There you go. Make Fern the free character as well. What kind of collaboration content would you look forward to most? Characters, outfits. I mean, not areas. The thing is, Nier Automata is a really... It's like a very fitting collab. But Nier Automata has been passed around more than the friggin... more than a prostitute. Like... You know what I mean? Every single game has done a collab with Nier Automata. It's crazy. Story content. Because the thing is, right, free-run stories are good. They're low stakes, but they're good. And I think that'd be such like a good story for WuWa, right? Collab vehicle skins. I don't care about vehicle skins. Gameplay features, yep. Music, yep. Absolutely. Accessories, yeah. A little free-run. Like a little bobble. That'd be brilliant. Wuthering Waves appearing in other games / anime. Yes, please. I mean, that'd be great, right? Social media collab, collaboration merchandise, meh. I can barely get merch as it is, so. If Wuthering Waves is collaborate with Freerun in your expected form, how did it affect your behavior regarding WuWa in the following aspects? Willingness to play, willingness to pay, willingness to share, and brand recognition all significantly increased. Get Freerun in, guys. Get it in. Get it in. If WuWa were to collaborate with Freerun, what content would you look forward to seeing in the collaboration story? The traits of the characters, yes. Content that adds new charming traits to the collaboration characters, I guess. Don't change them too much, though. That's what went well with Rebecca and Lucy. Yeah, lighthearted, daily life-oriented content that doesn't affect the main storyline. I think this is good. It fleshes out the characters, right? Content that recreates classic scenes or moments from the original work. Oh, come on now. Come on now. They have to put the Freerun, the chin meme, right? They have to put the chin meme in there. Content that showcases interactions between WuWa resonators with collaboration characters. Absolutely. Tells a story not covered in the original work. Absolutely, I'd say. Oh, really? I don't know. I think they can do a bit of both, right? Content that provides a sense of closure I didn't get from the original work. The thing is with Freerun, there is no... You don't really need closure for Freerun. It's all very self-contained and it's very nice. So I don't think there needs to be closure, right? If WuWa were to collaborate with Wuthering, what kind of dynamics would you prefer between the collab story in WuWa and the original work? A what-if scenario that runs parallel. A story set in the world of the original world, with scenes and plot points recreated. I mean, I guess either is fine. Yeah, I'm fine with either. If we were to collab with Freer, in which the following content types would increase your willingness to make a purchase. Where's the skins? Outfits, yep, and characters, yep. Those are the only things that I will spend on. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Okay, do I have any other thoughts? Other collabs. Zero. I swear I just saw someone in the house out the corner of my eye. Because the door's open right now. Okay, no. I mean, I'm streaming, guys, so, you know, I've got you guys to protect me. Okay, ReZero. Oh, yeah. Darling in the Franks. Jobless reincarnation. Yeah, Demon Slayer, sure. I've got a Skinwalker, yeah. I mean, I guess Attack on Titan would be pretty good. And I guess PGR, right? Get a PGR collab in here. For the PGR people. Close the door, are you kidding? My room will turn into a sauna. My room will literally turn into a sauna. Okay. Based on your experience in the game so far, do you have any additional feedback or suggestions? Okay. Okay. 3D. Team select. Menu. Genshin. Team select menu. More character skins. Guild system and revamped co-op. Less aggressive HP inflation in T. Fate. I mean, that would be pretty good, actually. Shame I can't go back. But if you guys haven't done the surveys yet, put Fate in there. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. And it would be able to mog some people. It would. WuWa overhaul. Another end game mode. Another roguelike end game. So it's like Depths of Elusive Realm, where you have a character building phase for like 10 floors, and then you've got infinite floors. That'd be brilliant. Roguelike endgame mode. Oh yeah, housing system for resonators. Yep. Co-op dungeons. No, not world bosses. Sword Art Online would be pretty good as well, yeah. That would be pretty good, yeah. I agree. But only the season 1 of Sword Art Online. Co-op dungeons, what else? I'm trying to think here. 1.x character buffs or /or reruns. More character skins again. I might put that in a second time. Yeah, early access Character materials. Local specialties. Well, it's not local specialties. That's not what it's called. I don't even know what they're called in WuWa. Like, you know, the flowers, right? Early access character echo / tacit fields would be another one. Because imagine you just started the game and you pull an A. You're going to have to go all the way to Lahai and skip the story if you want to get them quickly, right? It's bad. I am writing an essay. I'm writing everything that needs to be improved about the game. Everything, right? I don't know. I don't know what else, guys. WuWa X Expedition 33. That'll be insane, actually. To get that would be like to break into the AAA gaming sphere with a sharp sword, you know? Okay, I think that's all. If I've missed out anything, put it in the comments of the video so other people can put it in their surveys. Yeah, I think that's all. Right, that's the survey done. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my members and thank you to my 6-star members, Rondel Guard, Angels, Loki, Sore, and iSilverX. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. Brilliant! Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Yeah, we did it. And I'm getting a call now. Excuse me. Hello? Holy crap. Oh dear. Oh, it's so warm, guys. Actually, hang on. Let me just get my fan on. My fan's not on right now. Let me turn it on. One sec. You get more than you. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh, there we go. All right. We are ready now. We are ready now, chat. And it's not capturing the window. That's brilliant. Just make sure my WuWa is closed, first of all. That'd be a good idea, right? Okay. We've got quite a bit to go through today in terms of YouTube videos, and I'm happy about it. I really am. You thank them. Oh, you thank them in the survey. That's brilliant. I should be doing that. I should be doing that. What an amazing freeze frame to start the video off, by the way. This is a video by Zome, I think. Link is in the description, of course. Don't just watch my video. Go watch theirs, right? Go watch theirs. Do not watch just mine. But this video, it's a crazy title. I can't believe YouTube have allowed this video to still be up. But it's called Genshin's new skip button is what the Austrian painter warned us about. That's crazy, man. Obviously, I can't say the word, really, but Austrian painter is crazy. Hang on, guys. Jesus, man. In and out, in and out, in and out. Ugh. Lord almighty. Anyways. So, of course, as we all know, the Genshin Impact live stream that just happened like a couple of days ago announced that they are doing a skip button. Or rather, not really. It's not a skip button. It's a spam left click option where you can spam through dialogue and not even actually skip the story. So, devs listened with a huge ass asterisk, an asterisk this big, right? So, again, this title's crazy, and I just want to watch the video for that, man. It's genuinely crazy, so let's just begin.
Guys, Genshin is finally adding a skip button.
Hooray! Yes! After how many years? That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Now let's see what the new skip button actually looks like.
All right, here's another piece of good news, and it
Yeah?
has to do with the quest dialogue experience. I'm sure
Yeah?
we've all tried to speed up the pace of a quest before by
Yeah, we
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. No.
did, and it never actually worked.
clicking through the dialogue, but most of the time you have to wait for a set transition time to pass, or
Yeah, we have to wait.
Yeah,
like,
you
for a
have to
little
do
bit of
that.
time,
Let's just add a skip button instead.
like a few hours, like a few decades. But yeah, we have to wait a little bit.
for certain animations to play out before
Aranara, by the way.
the next line can play. With the habits of different travelers in mind, the devs have decided to change this
No
going
way.
No
forward.
way.
Starting in Luna 8, travelers can choose to no longer
What?
wait to advance
No
dialogue.
way.
A single click can immediately move to the next line.
$10 million years, and they've still not added a skip button, guys. 10 million years. This is genuinely, it's got to be a running gag at this point. There is no way on earth that these developers know about it, yet choose to not do anything about it, patch after patch. Wow. Wow, man. I'm sorry, man. If any Genshin players are watching, right? If any Genshin players are watching, I feel bad for you guys. I really do. Because these developers cannot do fucking shit. They can't do shit, man. And I love how the VAs are like, well, we know other travelers may have a different player experience, or they want to speed up the story. Let's press the sun button. Sun. Yep, the sun needed to be pulled out for that one. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What the hell is that, man?
Now this is the worst shit of all time, bro.
Oh, it's Vinicius Jr.
This shit sucks. This is the worst improvement ever, bro. Listen to this carefully. Listen carefully to what she says. In case you missed it, I'm gonna rewind it, guys, and you have to listen to what she said.
Not
That's
that.
dialogue. A single click can immediately move to the next line.
Is it just me? Or do I find the Genshin live streams just so absolutely unbearable, right? They get the VAs to sit down, right? And just glaze whatever's going on about the game. Just glaze it. Like I'm talking, oh my god, this is amazing! They're adding a line skip feature. Oh, wow! I mean, I know that's kind of, like, supposed to be their job and all, but it's such a weird format, right? It's obviously not the VA's fault. It's just the way that Hoyo wants to do their live streams. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'd rather hear it from the developers themselves rather than the VAs. You know? It's so weird. I don't like it.
Can immediately move to the next line.
Can immediately.
To the next line. So instead of letting us skip the entire dialogue, which they're letting us do this in ZZZ, they have
Yes.
this in HSR,
Yes.
they have this in every other Hoyoverse game.
Exactly. That's the other thing. HSR, the game known for dialogue blow, already has one. Brother. What? Brother, your two sister games have skip buttons. Does Honkai Nexus Anima have a skip button, guys? Brother, if Honkai Nexus Anima has a skip button, I am going to go to the kitchen and down the rest of my Baileys. I need to know this. Resonator. Cheers to that, guys. You can't see shit, but I can feel it. Wow. Oh my god. Wow, man. You know how crazy that is, guys? All 3 of your sister games have a skip button. I really hope that that's true, right? I know it's AI overview. The game even... exactly, the game's not even out yet. The game's not even out yet. That is... HI third has a skip button. No way. Please... Oh my god. Since day 1! Honkai Impact third. Honkai Star Rail. Zenless Zone Zero. Honkai Nexus Anima. 4 games. 4 games made by the same company have a skip button. But the mighty Genshin Impact, the top dog, the best game out of them all, doesn't have one. Like and subscribe right now, guys.
Instead of giving us a normal skip button for Genshin, you know what they did? The only thing they did was to let us skip each line of the dialogue.
Oh, innovation right there.
Instead of having to press the button 500 times to skip one part of the dialogue,
500
now you just have to press it one time.
times innovation
but you still
right
have
there.
To press over and over.
Basically, the pacing of dialogue progression is now something you can control.
Wow.
You still
no
have to fucking
way.
press.
No way you can control it. Oh, you have such control. You will have no quality of life. And when we give you half of something, you will enjoy it. You will love it. This is genuinely pathetic, guys. This is genuinely pathetic. This is borderline base level stuff. Expedition 33. I literally, when I talked about the skip button before, right? Every single game, every single story-focused game, AAA game, or like a game that's really good, right? Like Red Dead, Expedition 33. Hell, any story game, they all have skip buttons. They all have skip buttons. How the actual hell does Genshin Impact not have one? Visual novels have skip buttons. Exactly. And you know what's crazy? WuWa has had a similar feature to the feature that they're introducing now. WuWa has had this as well. It's crazy, man.
The button 500 times to skip the dialogue. So we're not really able to skip any dialogue, right?
No,
Do not
no, you're not.
misunderstand this. All this means is that
It's not a
instead of
skip
having
button.
to press 500 times to skip one line of the dialogue, now you just have to press it one time for each line of the dialogue. But since these dialogues still are completely fucking unnecessarily long, you still have to press 500 times to fucking skip one dialogue. So we're still not able to skip the dialogue as a
Brother,
whole.
you're literally going to be playing Cookie Clicker. It's crazy.
The only thing that changed is that instead of having to press the button 500 different times to skip one line of the dialogue, now you only have to press the button one time for each line of the dialogue.
Wow!
But as I said, since these dialogues have a lot of lines, you still have to press the button every time to skip each line of the dialogue, which is just complete bullshit. At this point, why do they not let us
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. I feel so sorry for the Genshin players, man. I feel so sorry
skip
for
the
them.
dialogue as a whole? Bro, they're literally acknowledging that they know
Exactly.
that we all want a skip button and we want to
Exactly. They literally said, "We heard you. Players want, you know, faster progression of the story at their own pace. No skip button."
able to skip these dialogues, and instead of letting us skip these dialogues as a whole, they're giving us this half-assed dog shit half-baked feature that nobody asked for, which is complete dog shit and it's completely useless. This is not what we wanted. They know that we want a proper skip button, and yet instead they give us this dog shit. And guess what? People are eating this shit up, bro.
Of course they are.
Acting as if this
Of
is some
course
crazy
they
change.
are.
Let me show you guys something.
Of course
my goodness,
they
guys,
are,
we're
man.
getting a skip button. Wow, this is
Wow.
so insane. Meanwhile, this shit completely sucks and it's not even a skip button at all. This only makes the process a little bit less painful, but we still have to go through each dialogue and separately
Expect disappointment and you'll never be disappointed. But holy shit, this is disappointing.
skip each separate line in this dialogue, so we're not able to skip dialogues as a whole. This shit is completely useless. Now, I know a lot of people from the WuWa community are obviously going to use this as ammunition to just doom post the game and to shit on it. Obviously, right? It's always going to happen. But still, even as a Genshin player, let's be honest, guys, this is a terrible improvement.
Oh my god. Brother, he's like acknowledging the fact that this is ammunition for WuWa players and he's fine with it. Oh my god. Easy clap. Oh, Kelsey, I already did it. I did it earlier on this stream.
Now, sure, it's better than nothing, but we're being treated like fucking dog shit. They're literally playing with us, and people are eating this shit up.
Exactly.
This is terrible. They know what we want, and instead of giving us a skip button that they have in every other game, they refuse to give it to us for Genshin. And instead, they give us this half-baked dog shit feature that is completely fucking useless. I don't know how it's even possible to defend this shit. Seriously, this is...
It's not. If you defend the shit, you're an absolute idiot. Simply put.
This is terrible. But yeah, I mean, if you think this is some cool change, bro, do whatever you want. But I'm gonna be honest, bro, this shit sucks. This is terrible, and we should not act like this is some type of crazy improvement when it's not. Alright? This sucks.
Not.
This is a half-baked feature. They can give us a normal skip button, but they refuse to do it because they treat us like we're complete fucking... They treat us like we're
children.
Actual dirt. They don't respect the player base at all. And people are eating this up.
Guys, remember yesterday when I had to sit there in baking heat and defend Wuthering Waves from people online? Well, I didn't have to. I chose to. But the point's still there. I defended the game because people like to spread misinfo, right? As if it was yesterday. Yep. And the thing is, those people are the reason why these devs get away with everything that they can. Everything that they do. Because if it wasn't for those people, if they actually put as much effort into spreading misinfo about Wuthering Waves, into actually criticizing their own games, maybe some positive change would happen. But no. WuWa this, WuWa that, Poowa, Poowa, Kuro dogs, pay to cry, everyone's paid to play the game. Your emotions are fake. Unoptimized for mobile. What else? What else? Characters don't last after their banners. Oh my god. Oh, this is 10 hit tweets right here. Hit tweets while I jerk off. Hit tweets while I jerk off. Just shut up, man. Shut up. Be fucking real for once. Your game is treating you like shit. And the first thing that you do is you go across the pond and start attacking the other community. And then you cry wolf when the other community has a go at you. Why? Why do you do that? Answer me! God, it's so frustrating, man.
Acting as if this is some fucking insane improvement when it's not.
It's not.
It's terrible, all right? And I'm not going to repeat myself
Half-baked
again.
crap.
So if you want to glaze this shit, bro, feel free to do it. But I'm going to be honest and say it as it is. This sucks. And nobody should celebrate this and act like this is some insane feature. And all these new writers are going to sit there and act like this is an insane change. It's not. Stop acting like this is some crazy...
Whoa, what is that suggested video, man? Gooning to feet? Hey, I might have to watch that one as well. But no, thanks Zone for pointing this out. This is truly like the 9/11 for Genshin players right here. For the ones that actually wanted a skip button, because it shows that Hoyo actually does acknowledge the fact that they are wanting a skip button, and they do jack shit about it. I feel sorry for you guys, man. I do.
Improvement. This,
honestly, right? That's like on a real, right? That's actually ridiculous. Like if I was a Genshin fan, I'd be livid. I'd actually be livid, man. The way they get treated is actually just like it's so saddening. It's so poor. It's so poor. Really is. Oh, this one. I'm gonna enjoy this one. But first, I need to go put the bottle of alcohol away because I do have to drive later on today, so I can't drink anymore. Right? I've had 2 gulps, and that's all I can have. I can't drive. If I have any more. So, you know, being responsible. Okay. So 1 second, guys. Hello, folks. Right, next up, this one is an interesting video. Now, of course, my webcam's blurry because of the peak of this video. Again, with every video that I react to, guys, go watch the original video first. Do not just watch my videos as a supplement. Go give them a watch. Go give them the watch time and the likes, etc., etc. Now, this video is called How the Wuthering Waves Community Became Gacha's Favorite Toxic Target by the Nigerian Perspective. A crazy title, I must say. This is an absolute crazy title, and I want to hear what he has to say, because as, of course, a Wuthering Waves player, we bear the brunt of it. We do. And for one that is chronically online, like me, you know, it's basically like the front line of a war, almost. I hate, like, sort of, you know, trying to make it sound like that, but it genuinely feels like that sometimes. You're just doing back and forth, swings and roundabouts all the time. All the time. So, today, we are going to be watching this video. It's a bit of a long one, so this video will be a bit long. So again, if you guys just want to hear what he has to say and not me, then just watch their video. It'll be in the description, of course. But anyways, Let's begin.
The community that the product is able to create is arguably the most important source of value that product can ever have. Whether we're talking about money, influence, recognition, or the level of success that product eventually reaches, so much of it comes down to the community behind it. I know where.
I agree. And just because it's actually quite quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do playback speed of 1.25.
Is that idea more true than in gacha games? I mean, over the years, we have watched gacha games rise to the very top of the industry, largely because of the loyalty, the passion, the support of their community.
And the parasocial relationships. Yeah!
And at the same time, we've also seen EOS after EOS from games that had plenty of potential, but never managed to build a community
Black Beacon.
willing to stand behind them when things got difficult. But with that being said, though, when it comes to
Holy
gacha
shit, it's
community
Enfield.
specifically, there is one word that always seems to find its way into the conversation: toxicity. And according to a lot of content creators and a lot of discussions within the gacha space, there is one
Hey,
community that
Doro. Yep. ZZ community is going to drive ZZ downhill. Playing mindlessly resulted in other people defending mindlessly. Oh.
gets brought up more than any other when this topic comes
Oh,
up. A community that many people have labeled the most toxic in the entire genre, the Wuthering Waves community. So the question we're going to answer in this video is very simple. How true is this statement? Is it really that straightforward? Is this actually a black and white situation where you can point to a single community?
Oh, yes. I saw this online, by the way. Somebody actually made this tier list about how easy it is to rage bait a certain community. Needs medium effort to bait them. Genshin, ZZZ. We'll have some smart ones that notice the bait. Yeah, have to put extreme effort into the rage bait. Kind of impossible to rage bait. Enfield fans, I'll tell you what, it's not impossible. It really isn't.
And confidently declare that they are the worst? Or is there a lot more nuance to this conversation than people are willing to admit? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So if you're into the kind of content, make sure to like this video and let me know your thoughts. Whether you're part of the Wuthering Waves community or you're coming from another community entirely. What do you think of the claim that the Wuthering Waves community is definitively the worst? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Do you think the reality is a lot more complicated than that?
Well, before we get into it, I would say it's not the best by a long shot, but it's not the worst. It isn't. I fail to see how the Wuthering Waves community is the worst. I really do. Because, again, does Wuthering Waves have like 10 Twitter accounts devoted to shitting on other games? And I'm just talking like the level of, this is Honked Kai, for instance, on Twitter. Does Wuthering Waves have 10 of them? No. No, it doesn't. So there you go. I think it's actually quite easy.
Tell me that more in the comments below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe because it's on any of my future videos. Alright, let's get into it. See, the idea of the Wuthering Waves community inherently being the worst community in the entire gacha space is a very interesting one, mostly because this is not some niche opinion held by a handful of people. No, this is a sentiment that you can find across a surprising number of different sections of the gacha community. In fact, in case you're not aware, a gacha content creator by the name of Arikado Zodan made a very interesting video recently discussing the current state of the gacha space. And during that video, he spoke about his personal perception of the Wuthering Waves community and how he views it today. And this is what he had to say.
There is, however, one critical variable that is the very reason why the tribalism has gotten so bad within the Western gacha community specifically. And while it resides primarily within the Wuthering Waves community, it is not actually the fault of the WuWa community at large, but rather a set of circumstances that position them in that situation. I'm referring to anti-Hoyoverse content creators, recognizable individuals, both big and small in size and reach, that for one reason or another has championed Wuthering Waves and Kuro games as the ideal future for gacha games and gacha development. They then aggressively push the idea that WuWa is the only game worth recognizing within the space and regularly target Hoyoverse communities and Hoyoverse games, fighting back against tribalism with their own tribalism. This is why I believe the Wuthering Waves community is constantly referred to as the worst and is at odds with multiple different gacha.
Okay. Okay. It is very fast. I can't lie. The thing is, our biggest creator, right, Saint, right, our biggest dedicated creator, goes after quite a few games, right? And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't look good for us, right? It doesn't make us look good. But to say that there's so many that go after all these, you know, different games like Anti-Hoyo, like, okay, Shy Guy High and Arakika, they just compare like crazy, right? Me, back in the day, I used to make, you know, satirical videos, right? The Genshin Impact versus Wuthering Waves in a nutshell. That's satirical. Yes, it had facts in it, but at the end of the day, it was satirical. It was supposed to be funny, right? So, you know, to say that it's, you know, just all Wuthering Waves, well, a sizable amount of Wuthering Waves creators or creators in the WuWa space are just going after Hoyo and just saying, you know, saying anti-Hoyo remarks and all that stuff. I feel like it's a bit disingenuous because, you know, a lot of radicalization in the WuWa community has come from the Hoyo community. Don't get me wrong. Guys, if Hoyo never existed, right? If Hoyo never existed, Wuthering Waves, and me especially, I wouldn't be as big, sure, because, you know, tribalism makes everybody bigger. But me, I wouldn't be as radicalized. I'm radicalized by the things I see online. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, because I'm so passionate about the game, right? That I am like low key. Not I wouldn't go far as saying radicalized, right? But my opinions change, right? And it's unfortunate. It really is. My opinions of communities change because of what I see online. And I'm sure you guys have seen it too. You've seen it happen both ways. Because it does happen both ways, right? I see the side that constantly attacks Wuthering Waves, tries to spread misinformation, and basically tries to shit on the game, you know, discredit it for everything that it's done. And I'm sure for those that are on the other side of the fence, we'll see the opposite, right? They'll see the likes of John Seaman comparing, editing videos and comparing Wuthering Waves to other stuff, saying WuWa's better. Every community has bad apples. But to say that there is a large amount of bad apples in the WuWa community, more than the Hoyo community or any other, I'd say is a bit wrong.
Gacha communities all the time, Hoyoverse related or not. As I said earlier, there are deranged members found in every group in places like Twitter and Reddit. But if you stop to take a look at the content creation side, the difference is almost one-sided. It is proven to be a viable path in content creation.
Am I in there? Oh wait, no, that's Shy Guy.
To shape a channel solely around farming hate on anything that stands in
Yeah, I did mention Shy Guy. Yeah, the dude just loves to compare,
opposition against Wuthering Waves, regardless of the approach taken and how direct the creator is with
and
their response.
As
and
well.
If there's no content to be made at any moment to bash an opposing game, there's always the option to churn out as much fluffed up praise content as they
No! No! I'm in here! No! 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 Hey, look, it's me, guys! Okay. Okay. Let me just defend. Hang on. How many videos?
To then feed into the community elitism.
Okay. So we'll do video number one. We'll do the page number one
as much
first, right?
Up praise content.
So, top one. Reaction. Top middle. Review. Top right. A Genshin fan speaking out about Genshin. Me reacting to it. By the way, I didn't say a single thing about Wuthering Waves in the video. This one. Okay, that's a tribalistic video. Fair enough. This one is a literal cover of me singing Radiance Across Sea and Sky. Okay. Bottom right. Fine. That's tribalism.
As they wish to then feed into the community elitism. And
okay. Top left. I believe that is the whole discourse on Twitter with regards to the dev vision, right? WuWa misinformation, me defending the game against misinformation. Sure, it's technically defending against tribalism, so it's feeding into it, right? But at the end of the day, am I supposed to sit back there and take the lashings? No. Wuthering Waves World Quests are bad. Same thing. 3.3 is better than 3.1. Again, sort of like a, the community consensus, right? Genshin Impact butchered Sandroni. It was just me reacting to a video and a few tweets about how Genshin's changed Sandroni. NTE caught plagiarized Wuthering Waves. This one, I actually defended fucking NTE in. I defended NTE in this video because they didn't plagiarize WuWa. Brother, there's... Okay.
And toxic positivity.
Do you have any more?
You will not find this many public face.
Okay, Glaive, okay. To say that I am a purely, tribalistic content creator is ridiculous. Yes, I make tribalistic videos, obviously. But at the end of the day, my one and only priority is Wuthering Waves. Right? At the end of the day, that's my favorite game. And it will continue to be. But let's just count tribalism versus non-tribalism. So we've got 12 videos in total. 1, 2, 3, 4,
content as they wish to then feed into the community elitism
Just say these three are tribalism. 5, 6. Okay, so 50-50, right? 50-50. Then again, Genshin Impact butchered Sandroni. Did I mention Wuthering Waves in there? I think I did, like saying if WuWa did that to Frilova, right? But at the end of the day, I'm nowhere near the likes of Shy Guy High and Arakika, right? Like, all they do is compare. All they do is compare, right?
is always the
But I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm so grateful that you'd think I'm up there with the likes of Arakika and Shy Guy High. I'm so honored. Look at me. I'm right there, guys. I'm right
you
there.
will not find this many public faces of a community behaving this way on
Again, with the likes of Glaive as well. Oh,
behalf
thank
of
you
Genshin
so
Impact.
much.
You will not find this
The Nudge. Bro's making a response. I don't really know why people act like because you don't like something, you can't speak on stuff that does interest you in it. Yeah. The thing is, right? Okay. If we're going on tribalism based on sort of like my interest, like if let's say, oh, you only like WuWa, so you can only talk about WuWa, right? 2 videos, I believe. 1, this one.
They wish to then feed into the community elitism.
2 videos that don't involve Wuthering Waves at all. The other 10 involve WuWa, right?
And toxic positivity. You will not find this many.
Anyways, yeah, thank you for including
this way
me. I'm so happy
about
about that.
Impact. You will not find this many for Honkai Star Rail. You will not find this many for Zenless Zone Zero, Arknight's Enfield, Neverness to Everness.
Oh, gotcha, DG2 as well,
The
yeah.
decentralized hub of Twitter and Reddit and its users are not held to the...
Bro, you can't be going after Cosmos, man. You can't be going after Cosmos. It's satirical. You can't be going after Cosmos.
The same standards of public decorum and respect the same way a content creator is. And it's because this behavior is accepted, and in some cases rewarded, within the Wuthering Wave space is why there is so much friction between WuWa and everybody else. Because of this, it's incredibly hard to talk about the Wuthering Waves community free from addressing its anti-Hoyoverse side, as WuWa's community has its share of issues with elitism and toxic positivity. But it's impossible to say how much of it is of their own genuine beliefs, and how much of it is fueled by the need to look superior over Genshin Impact or any other competing game. As for Genshin Impact's community, it should...
Wow,
regardless of how you feel about what Ricardo said, whether you agree with him completely or disagree with him entirely, as I always say whenever I make a video discussing the opinions of another content creator, the goal here is not to create conflicts with Ricardo or be negative towards him in any way. If for nothing else, because I said earlier, this is not the sentiments that Ricardo created. I mean, whether you're talking about the general perception of the Wuthering Waves community or the behavior of some of his content creators, these are opinions that have been repeated, discussed, and reinforced by a portion of the gacha community.
You know what? I agree. The gacha space has changed. It really has. But not in a way you think.
For a long time. But as with every argument, every criticism, there is always another side to the discussion. A nuance that starts to appear once you look at the situation from a different angle. And diving into that nuance.
Exactly. And again, right, obviously that guy's sort of segment about all those creators, including me, I agree. Because at the end of the day, obviously Shy Guy High, Arakika, Glaive, Gacha DG2, whether you want to admit it or not, they've all dipped their pinky into the tribalism pond, me included, right? It is very, very, very hard to be a WuWa content creator, be passionate about the game, see all the shit that's said online, and say nothing. That's why for the people that don't dabble in drama, I respect highly, man. I really do. Because they have such strong mentality, right? It's so hard to not dabble. Just respond. Just respond to the haters, you know what I mean? Obviously, my haters, I don't respond to them. But to just tackle misinfo and stuff like that, I love doing that. I love proving people wrong. Maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know. But, right, they are correct. Every single one of them creators, predominantly WuWa, has dipped their pinky into the tribalism pond, some more than others. And at the end of the day, right, I think that that's fine. Because if we're talking about genuine tribalism here, genuine competition, not to the lengths of just being, what's the word, like vulgar, like the shit I see online. I think it's good. it does breed toxicity, but it also breeds competition. And that's the good side of tribalism. Does that happen now? No, it doesn't. Because everyone goes too far nowadays. They always go too far. Which is why I don't insult the people that make videos like that. I insult the people that are trying to bait. Because at the end of the day, and you're trying to monetize it as well. At the end of the day, what are you doing? Get a job, right? Go touch grass. You know, go live life. Go get a girl. Go get your penis wet, you know? At the end of the day, that's why I never take things too far, right? That's why yesterday I felt a bit disappointed with myself. Because it was so warm, and I got quite annoyed with some of the things that were being said. Purely because of my passion for the game. And again, is the, you know, that saying that the WuWa community is the most toxic, sure, they have the most content creators on YouTube. But if you just go on Twitter, on Reddit, it's a completely different story. They acknowledged it, but they didn't talk about it, right? They didn't talk about the likes of This Is Honked Kai, Eisen, Euphorialized, friggin' Arc Fan JP. They didn't talk about the likes of r/Gacha Gaming. You know why? Because it doesn't fit their agenda. It's just that, you know, on YouTube, that's where the majority of the WuWa tribalism is. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, guys. That's what it all is. It's swings and roundabouts at the end of the day. WuWa community is the most toxic. No Genshin community is the most toxic. No HSR is. No Arknights is. No Zenless is. Swings and roundabouts, guys. And it will be that until the day we die. So at the end of the day, what am I even doing on this planet, guys?
Is where this conversation starts to get a whole lot more interesting. So if we're going to properly analyze what is going on here, I think there are three major areas we need to look at. The first is the community itself. And by that, I mean the places where the average player actually interacts with the game and with other players. Reddit, Twitter, these platforms where people gather to talk about Wuthering waves. We're going to look directly at the conversations taking place.
Did I just get... No fucking way did I just get leaked about Rover's new form. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Tomorrow's the live stream. I was doing so well. I was doing so well. I treat Rover form leaks like story leaks. Swiftly moving on. We're not going to talk
examine
about
how this alleged toxicity is actually expressed. But more importantly, we're going to ask a much bigger question. What else do we see when we look at the community?
At least the live stream's tomorrow, and I'm not like... I'm not getting exposed like a week before. Oh my god, man. I'm low-key so sad about that. My webcam needs to stop blurring all the time. Hang on, let me just get that sorted, man. Jesus Christ. You're fucking serious. You're serious, man. One more day. One more day, you know. Oh, god damn it, Nigerian perspective.
I mean, is toxicity truly the defining characteristic of the Wuthering waves player base? Or in the very least, is it the dormant streak that outshadows everything else? Or are there other qualities, behaviors, contributions that tend to get ignored whenever the discussion gets brought up? After that, we're going to move into the game itself. More specifically, the community's involvement in shaping it. I mean, like I said at the beginning of this video, the reason this community exists at all is because of the game. Wuthering waves is the product that brought
Again!
these people together in the first place. And if we've already established that communities can have enormous influence over the product,
Stop! For fuck's sake!
then the obvious question becomes, how much impact has the Wuthering waves community actually had on the evolution of the game? Has the community helped improve the game? Has it made certain aspects worse? These are questions we're going to answer in this section. And then finally, we're going to talk about content creators. I mean, if
I swear to fucking God if you do it again, man.
you spent any amount of time in the gacha space, you've probably heard plenty of opinions about the Wuthering waves content creators. Some positive, some negative, some extremely negative. I mean, there are a lot of claims made about this side of the community. But at the same time,
This is what I get for reacting to these kind of slops, true.
though, there are also certain things you would notice about the Wuthering waves creators and the role they play in the broader gacha discussions. So in this final discussion, we'll be looking at both sides of the conversation and try to answer one very simple question. Is it just a situation that the content creators are simply bad, or is there more to that conversation? So let's start with the first thing, the Wuthering Waves community itself. And right off the bat, I think it is important to establish something before we go any deeper into the discussion. The idea that when you're analyzing a community, you have to separate genuine discussions from what is essentially an emotional cesspool. I mean, every community has its worst sides, its loudest, most unreasonable voices. And if you're being fair, one of the biggest examples of that within the Wuthering Waves community is the endless Wuthering Waves versus Genshin Impact arguments. Now, do not get me wrong. I can appreciate a classic WuWa versus Genshin debate as much as anybody else. The problem is that calling most of these interactions debates is honestly a massive overstatement. I mean, if you're
they're not debates, they're like cutthroat at this point, right?
being honest, what they usually amount to is two groups of people throwing insults at each other while accomplishing absolutely nothing. Very little of it resembles actual discussions, and even less represents the average player from either community. That being said though, acknowledging that doesn't mean there hasn't been genuine toxicity associated with the Wuthering Waves community. In fact, one example that immediately comes to mind is the situation involving Wuthering Waves and Neverness to Everness. See, for those who don't know, not too long ago, there was a situation where
the edited story clip.
someone intentionally manipulated footage from Neverness to Everness, specifically the Scarlet's Letter introductory scene, to make it look extremely similar to the Fractadus reveal scene from the Wuthering
Whoever did that is an absolute, like, they are genuinely an idiot.
Waves 2.7
They made the WuWa community look bad. Like, that's what we're trying to combat here.
story. Now, if you actually took the time to watch both scenes from start to finish and looked at the full context, the conclusion most people would probably come to is that this wasn't some blatant copy. At most, you could argue that there was inspiration taken from Wuthering Waves. But instead of researching the situation, instead of looking into the full context, a portion of the community immediately decided that the better option was to clown on Neverness to Everness and point at it as a game that is supposedly stealing from Wuthering Waves. Now, we can argue that the developers of Neverness to Everness Studios is notorious from copying from other gacha games. But the reality is that this scene in particular, this situation was not one of those moments, and it would have done the Wuthering Waves community a lot of good to understand that. That being said, though, the big question we have to ask ourselves is this: are situations like these what actually define the Wuthering Waves community? Is it really a situation where every single time you open social media, all you see is this community clowning on every other gacha game while blindly hyping up Wuthering Waves? Well, obviously not. In fact, I would argue that contrary to popular belief, with the exception of Horrorverse games, particularly Genshin Impact for reasons we'll go into later, you generally do not see interaction between Wuthering Waves and any other gacha game that are any more toxic than what is generally considered normal within the genre. And yes, I know we just spoke about NCE, but I would argue that situations like that are more of an exception than the norm. And even within that particular case, it is important to remember that the community was being shown an out of context clip, and as a result, they did the same thing that most other communities probably would have done: react based on the information that
but the thing is, it was the people that edited it. They are scum. Let's be real.
Put in front of them. And to be fair, that information was incredibly convincing. But what you tend to notice is that the Wuthering Waves community often find itself playing defense, constantly trying to correct or disprove allegations directed at the game. And a very good example of this was the Monier AI situation that happened.
Don't even get me fucking started on that, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Again, he's hit the nail right on the head here. Guys, do you ever see me going on the attack nowadays? Do I ever go on the attack? Do I ever, like, make a video purely shitting on a game? Obviously, I did just talk about the Genshin skip button, right? But that's valid. That's valid. And I didn't really shit on the game. I actually said I feel sorry for Genshin fans because they have to deal with this. Do you see me go after other games based on misinfo, trying to tear them down? No. So, at the end of the day, why am I being grouped with these types of people?
Happened months ago, around the time the high red characters were first being introduced to the community. I mean, instead of celebrating and hyping up the reveal of these absolutely phenomenal characters, talking about their designs, getting excited about what they could bring to the story, a large portion of the conversation ended up revolving around pushing back against
Steam Tone Test, my favorite Twitter.
that we all ended up finding out were either misleading or outright false. And even going beyond defense and into the realm of positivity, one of the biggest positives for the Wuthering Waves community becomes apparent when we look at a group of people who have historically received some of the worst treatments in the entire gacha space: voice actors. I mean, if there's one thing that gacha communities have consistently proven over the years, it is that voice actors often end up getting the shortest end of the stick. I mean, we've seen voice actors get harassed because the characters that they voiced did not play well. We've seen them get attacked for liking a post. We've seen people get upset because a voice actor reacted to something they did not agree with. And heaven forbid a voice actor openly supports a shape that a part of the community does not like. And what we want to realize is that situations like these have led to voice actors completely cutting themselves off from fan communities. In some cases, they've stopped interacting altogether. In others, they never even attempted to build a relationship with the community.
Wheelchair money,
because the risk simply wasn't worth it. But when it comes to the relationship between the voice actors and the Wuthering Waves community, something very different has happened. I mean, the community has shown a level of maturity and acceptance that, quite frankly, is not something you consistently see across the wider gacha space. In fact, I would go as far as to say that
Do I need to do any more villager noises?
One of the groups that benefits the most from interaction with the Wuthering Waves community is the voice actors themselves. I mean, take Amanda Rachel, for example, the voice of Kotafi and Fleur-de-Lis. Someone who at this point is practically a full-fledged content creator within the community. Then you have Alexandra Gelf, the voice of Cancerella, who openly admitted that it was the overwhelmingly positive reception towards Cancerella that encouraged her to become more active online.
Exactly.
I love Cancerella so much. She's the whole, the Wuthering Waves community is the whole reason why I show my face on the internet. Do you know?
Case in point. Case in point. Your argument is dead.
I mean, I never used to do this, but it was, everybody was so incredibly kind and welcoming when that character came out that I kind of was like, oh.
Yeah, just a reminder that WuWa is the most toxic community as well. Just a reminder, guys. Just a reminder. What these VAs, they're paid to say this, right? They're paid to say this. This has to be paid. This has to be paid.
And today she has also stepped into the content creation space. You also have Huey O'Grady, the voice of Brant and Christopher, who during the call with Amanda mentioned that he plans on streaming Wuthering Waves in the near future. I mean, these are only a few examples. But what makes all of this noteworthy is that these voice actors don't just tolerate interacting with the community, they seem to genuinely enjoy it. I mean, thanks to the acceptance they received from the Wuthering Waves community, many of them have found it's not only safe to step in front of a camera, but genuinely comfortable to do so. We even have situations where the community actively defends voice actors from what many consider needless and unfair criticism. A good example of this was the Ashes to Ashes situation involving...
Oh no, don't get me started on that shit again, man. Jesus Christ. I forget that these things happen, you know. I really do. I really do, man. And you know what? It's so ironic that that discourse completely just died as soon as the patch came out because Denia's VA gave the performance of their life, man.
Jodie Bell Cortez, the voice actor for Denia. A situation where, despite the intense criticism coming from outside sections of the community, a large portion of the Wuthering Waves player base stood in defense of her performance. And what is really interesting is how that situation ended. I mean, after all the criticism, Denia ultimately went on to have what I would consider some of the best voice work in the entire game.
Exactly.
Now, the impact of the Wuthering Waves community on Wuthering Waves itself, and this is where the conversation really starts to get interesting. Because there is one term that has somehow become attached to the Wuthering Waves community that, for the life of me, I simply cannot understand. That term is toxic positivity. A term that, by definition, is the belief that people should maintain a positive attitude regardless of how bad the situation becomes. So in the context of gaming, it would mean defending a game no matter what it does, refusing to acknowledge its flaws and accepting every decision without criticism. And quite frankly, that description could not be further from the truth when it comes to the Wuthering Waves community. As a matter of fact, I believe this is...
Yeah, because like everyone was so mad about the Annie rewards again. There is no such thing as toxic positivity in this community, at least to the extent that people accuse us of being, right? I literally just put in the survey all the things that Wuthering Waves should be doing and got wrong. Like, brother, where's the toxic positivity in that? Nowhere.
This is a narrative that has largely been pushed by the pro-Hoyo side of the gacha community and by certain content creators within Despair as a way to diminish the Wuthering Waves player base. And I believe that's for two major reasons. The first is the simple reality that Wuthering Waves has experienced enormous growth as a game. Growth that has been definitively accompanied by constant feedback from its communities. I mean, think about it for a moment. One of the most commonly repeated phrases associated with Wuthering Waves is devs listen. People say it constantly. But if the community truly operated on toxic positivity, if players accepted every decision Kuro games made, regardless of quality, if every update was blindly
the TOA HB inflation though is ridiculous.
Then what's exactly where the
I
mean, the implication would be that every time the developers thanked players for their feedback, they were essentially thanking them for something that did not exist. Or in the very least, they were thanking players for the bare minimum feedback. And even if someone wanted to argue that argument immediately falls apart when you look at the game's actual history. I mean, take versions 2.8 and 3.0 for example. Patches that we understand received enormous amounts of criticism, particularly regarding the direction of the story. I mean, videos were made, discussions exploded across social media, with players openly voicing their dissatisfaction with aspects of the narrative and where they thought the game was headed. I mean, it's become so bad that Chisa right now is considered an NPC within Wuthering Waves. And it's funny because it's true. Or look at version 2.7, a version that heavily divided the community due to the fact that at that period, many players felt that outside of the story itself, there simply wasn't enough content to keep them engaged. And if we even want a more recent example, we can look at the collaboration
combat events.
I mean, once again, the community found itself split right down the middle because of changes that many players felt made the system noticeably worse than the Wuthering Waves standard gacha model.
We're not dumb. We all know what's going on here, man. And so getting back over to this is garbage, fundamentally so. You probably also shouldn't converted your pulls over. It sucks, man.
And this was already concerning for free-to-play players, many of whom already struggled to maximize their pulls under normal circumstances. And what happened? People complained, people criticized. There were endless debates, exactly what you would expect from a community that is willing to challenge decisions it disagrees with. And these are not isolated incidents either. I mean, they are parts of a larger pattern that we've seen repeated throughout the game's lifespan. And many of these criticisms have come from people who genuinely love the game. So really, this brings us to the obvious question. If the community has repeatedly demonstrated a willingness to criticize Wuthering Waves whenever it feels something is wrong, then where exactly did this idea of toxic positivity even come from? And well, with the exception of certain people within the pro-Hoyo crowd pushing that narrative, I think a large part of where this idea came from is a simple misunderstanding. I mean, people look at the Wuthering Waves community's attitude towards Wuthering Waves and confuse warranted praise for toxic positivity. I mean, let's be fair, Wuthering Waves is a gacha game, and just like every other gacha game, it comes with a lot of systems and design choices that players need to accept before they even start playing. The gacha system and the like, I mean, these are things that people have complained about endlessly, but also these are things that are associated with the gacha genre. But talking about Wuthering Waves as a video game in particular, what you would come to realize is that Wuthering Waves simply does not mess up very often. And I know that is a statement some people are going to disagree with, but when you actually look at the game's history, patch after patch, story after
like,
story,
if we are talking mega fumbles, WuWa does not do it often, right? If we're talking like really bad, earth-shattering, Reinhardt ultimate fumbles, then no.
After character, it becomes surprisingly difficult to find major issues that haven't already been criticized or eventually addressed. In fact, I would challenge anyone watching this video to tell me in the comments. I mean, we've already established that version 3.0 received criticism because of its story. We've already established that version 3.4 received criticism because of its collaboration gacha system. But throughout the entire Lahairo experience, what else has there been to criticize that hasn't either already been criticized or...
It's only the small stuff. Again, like the no 1.x reruns, obviously, you know, Star Torch Academy, Lag Torch Academy. The HP inflation in TOA, the WuWa enemies in general. Like, it's all very, like, separated stuff, right? That's the only criticisms of the game.
Already been fixed. Is it the storage space, the same storage issue that the developers have spent multiple versions optimizing and improving? Or is it character integration within the story?
Wait. Okay, I'm fine with this one.
Space, the same storage issue that the developer...
Oh my god, the decreasing in 3.5 as well. Bruh.
That spent multiple versions optimizing
Jesus Christ,
character integration within the stories. A problem that existed within parts of the Monetisation storyline, but is largely absent throughout the Lahairo narrative. I mean, again and again, what we've seen from Wuthering Waves is a game that consistently tries to improve itself. Whether it's with performance optimizations, quality of life improvements, old issues being addressed. And every now and then, we even get features that literally nobody was asking for, but end up being incredibly fun additions anyway. The flying back probably being the best examples of that. So when people see the community praising the game, I think many of them immediately jump to the conclusion that it must be toxic positivity. But the reality is, rather than toxic positivity, what if the praise is simply earned? What if the reason people are positive is because they genuinely like the direction the game is heading? I mean, at the end of the day, if criticism is acceptable when a game does something wrong, then praise should be equally acceptable when a game does something right. And from Wuthering Waves' track record, this game has consistently done more right than wrong, especially in the eyes of the community. So if we're willing to criticize Wuthering Waves when it disappoints us, then we should also be willing to give it credit when it succeeds. And from what I've seen, that is exactly what this community does. Now we move on to the content creator side of the discussion. And listen, if there is one thing I can agree with Ricardo Zodan on, it is the reality that a lot of Wuthering Waves content creators, myself included, heavily integrate Genshin Impact criticism and Hoyoverse criticism in general into our content.
He didn't include
that
me.
Is simply true. Video after video, analysis after analysis.
He edited my part out, guys. That must mean he disagrees with him.
Spend a lot of time dissecting, and more often than not, criticizing decisions made within Hoyoverse games. And in my case, that primarily means Genshin Impact. But this brings me to a very important question that I want everyone watching this video to genuinely think about. I mean, while I can only speak for myself, I would imagine many other creators would appreciate this question being asked as well. So here it is. Am I wrong? Or to put it more plainly, am I unfair in my criticism of Genshin Impact? When you actually get into the content itself, am I slandering Genshin Impact? Am I lying or spreading baseless rumors? Am I inventing problems that don't...
Oh my god, finally, somebody actually telling the truth. Okay. Look at every single Genshin video that I've made, or video that has included Genshin Impact in it. You know, the ones that I'm accused of being tribalistic for, right? Is my stuff baseless? No.
Don't exist. I mean, take for example, this video I made criticizing the poll count of version 6.6 and calling it disappointing. Was the content of that video a lie? Were the criticisms fabricated? Or how about this video discussing how underwhelming certain highly anticipated characters turned out to be? Characters that, based on the lore and expectations built around them, failed to live up to what many players imagined they would become. I mean, you can like those characters, hell, you can even disagree with that conclusion. But is it really unreasonable to have those thoughts when looking at what was actually presented in the game? And these are important questions because whenever the topic of Genshin Impact criticism becomes associated with Wuthering Waves creators, the discussion is often framed in a very specific way. I mean, the creators become the villains. The criticism itself becomes the problem. The implication being that if these creators are willing to criticize Hoyoverse games, then surely they must be willing to attack every other gacha game as well. But that is simply not true. And honestly, it is a pretty dishonest narrative. Looking at my own content, for instance, yes, I have made a couple of videos about Neviness to Evenness and Arknights Enfield. But what you notice is that my NTE content, rather than being centered around criticizing the game or tearing it down, is more focused on trying to understand what is wrong with the game and discussing potential...
Exactly, man. When I react to Genshin videos and stuff like that, all it is just like, hey, popping in, what's wrong now? And again, I have no idea what's going on in Enfield, but we've got these videos here. These Arknight's Enfield videos, right? Holy shit, that's a lot of them. This is a lot of them. That's like an hour of Enfield right there. Plus, I might be cutting one of those down. Because there's no way I'm making 3 separate Arknight's Enfield videos. Not when it's a WuWa channel. No way.
Solutions to those problems. And when it comes to Arknight's Enfield, most of my discussion has been positive, particularly regarding its gameplay experience, which I have called one of the best, if not the single best in the entirety of gacha, with the only major criticism I have consistently had being directed towards its gacha system, which I believe is completely deserved. Hell, even in the video that Ricardo used, where he listed out the content creators that are a part of the problem. You will
wait, no, I'm gonna
very quickly that the overwhelming majority
I'm not there again. Yes. Yes!
majority of the criticism is directed towards Hoyoverse games, and there is a reason for that. Because whether people like it or not, Hoyoverse games, particularly Genshin Impact, have become the standard that much of the gacha industry is measured against. These are the games that sit at the very top. But they are also, in many people's eyes, the games that often do the least with the advantages they possess. And yes, I can already hear someone saying, well, if you don't like it, don't play it. And honestly, I have never understood that argument. What if I do want to play it? What if I'm invested in the story? What if I spent years following the world, the character, the narrative? Why should the only acceptable options be either blindly accepting everything or walking away entirely? What happened to the third option? The option where you continue playing while voicing your frustration. Because regardless of how people feel about the so-called anti-Hoyo creators or the supposedly terrible Wuthering
I paid him to cut me out.
There is one thing that I've consistently said for months, and one thing that I still have yet to see disproven. The existence of Wuthering Waves, and by extension, the creators willing to openly criticize Hoyoverse, has had a noticeable impact in the broader gacha conversation. I mean, take creators like Doro44 and Brand Online. Creators who for a long time largely accepted whatever Genshin Impacts put in front of them. Yet over the last year or two, we have seen them become increasingly willing to speak out when they disagree with something. We've seen them voice frustrations that previously would have gone unspoken.
And they've been attacked by the toxic positive guys for it.
And I do not believe that is a coincidence or some epiphany that they suddenly had, because we've also seen this shift across a huge number of creators, including many who have absolutely nothing to do with Wuthering Waves. I mean, if you look at the last 2 years of Genshin Impact's lifespan, something becomes very apparent. We have seen more criticism, more pushback, more players and creators openly voicing dissatisfaction and willing to challenge decisions they disagree with. As I said earlier, we've seen more of that during the last 2 years than we saw during much of the first 4 years of the game's existence. And the same can even be said for Genshin Impact itself. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game still make decisions that leave people scratching their heads in disbelief. That has not changed. But it's also true that we've seen meaningful growth from Genshin Impact in recent years. And whether you attribute that growth to competition from Wuthering Waves, pressure from a more vocal player base, creators becoming less afraid to criticize the game, or some combination of all three, the outcome remains the same. Genshin Impact has grown. And I would argue that it has grown more over the last 2 years than at any point in its lifespan. And if criticism played even a small
competition breeds good games, guys. Just remember that.
More role in making that happen, then perhaps criticism was never the problem in the first place. See, when it's all said and done, you can have whatever feelings you have about the Wuthering Waves community, and even the Wuthering Waves content creators. It is ultimately your decision whether you want to interact with the community or not. But the idea of calling an entire community the most toxic, simply because they do not do things the way you expect them to, or the idea of blaming content creators for expressing frustration instead of blaming the company for creating that frustration in the first place, all of that sounds a little disingenuous to me. Now, I understand that I am more on the Wuthering Waves side of this argument, so I will agree that there's probably a part of me, even if I don't realize it, that is naturally inclined to defend Wuthering Waves. So with that, I extend an open invitation to anyone who wants to react to this video. Perhaps I'm far more biased than I believe or intend to be.
Well, I've reacted, and I have to say, I think you raised some valid points, right? Even though your video was on 1.25x speed. But I do agree. I do agree with some of the points, right? Where there are a lot of sort of content creators in the space that are, like, challenging Genshin. Like, I mean, look at Bran, look at Doro, again, like he said, and look at the pushback that they've gotten because they've spoken out. And then you can understand why other content creators don't speak out, right? It's, again, swings and roundabouts. At the end of the day, is the WuWa community the most toxic? No. Does every community have bad apples? Yes. At the end of the day, that's how it will be forever. But I think, at least my personal opinion, right? All my criticisms of other games have come from based claims, right? No baseless shenanigans, no spreading misinformation. Hell, the NTE thing again, I'll bring that up because this is like, you know, like kind of the disprover for everything that people accuse me of being. If I was a mindless WuWa shill Kuro dog, I would have gotten on the NTE dog train and shat on it for having a story that looked very similar to Wuthering Waves. But I disproved the clip. Well, you know, with the help of Twitter, of course. I disproved the clip being, plagiarism. I disproved the two scenes being like copies, right? Because the original clip was edited. Now, if I was ignorant, I wouldn't have done that. But, us WuWa players are supposed to be toxic, so at least for me, for my own thing, because again, the guy, he's responding to another video, and I was in there for some reason. I mean, for some reason, I guess the reason is that I make videos defending Wuthering waves, right? So it's tribalistic in a way. But compare it to like other content creators in the space, like Arukika and Shagai High. I don't think I'm anywhere near. I honestly don't. Maybe I'm just delusional. But to be honest, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with dipping my pinky in the tribalism pond if it means defending Wuthering waves from misinfo spreaders and disingenuous people. By all means. So, yeah. Thank you, Nigerian Perspective, again. Go like their video right now. And yes, thank you all so much for watching. Oh, God. Isn't the guy in the first vid British too? What kind of PvP are you doing? I think he is, actually. Where is he? Oh, he didn't include him. Oh, well. I'm not going to go to their video. How dare I punish back? Yeah. How dare I push back? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. With these Enfield videos, I'm only going to react to one. Because I feel like it's three of the same things, right? I think it is. So, I'm not going to react to the Vulpes one because apparently it's just a lot of bait. Yeah, I believe it's a lot of bait. Excuses for hypergriff. Oh, we got a defender here. But there's no way I'm willing to watch 36 minutes of it on stream. No way. Which is the one that Sore sent me? Smoke Slav. Okay, this guy. Oh, Sore sent me two. Okay. It's dreadful in Enfield right now. Okay, so we'll get rid of that one. Just to slim things down a bit, because there's no way, guys. I'm a WuWa content creator. I can't be doing 3 Enfield videos, like an hour of it in a stream. What I might do is, if it's worth watching, I will watch it in my own time and then make a response to it. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't involve WuWa, do I need to be doing that? No. Smokeslav keeps repeating the same points 3 or 4 times. Okay. But regardless, we're doing another video first. We'll debate that later. Okay, so, again, we are back here again with the whole deleting gachas for other games. Now, again, I did this recently. I deleted NTE because I felt like other gachas coming, like Rewinding Cadence and Silver Palace, would be worth my time more, so I just quit NTE, right now. Oh, well, a few days ago. And we are getting more and more content creators doing the same. They're starting to quit these older games like Genshin, HSR, Zenless, stuff like that. But this time, it's deleting them for Wuthering waves. Now, as we all know, if you say that, you will be, well, you'll be scrutinized, to say the least. And I want to see what they have to say, because obviously it involves Wuthering waves. And again, I feel like if they echo any valid points, then this video is, worth reacting to. So again, this video is by Molecule. Go react to this video first, right? Just go react to them. Do not use my video as a substitute. Go react to them. Give it a like. Video in the description, of course. And yeah, we'll see what they have to say. Obviously, my playback speed's on normal now, so let's go.
How do you feel playing Genshin after WuWa? Even before WuWa came out, I had a lot of problems with Genshin Impact.
Okay, so we're setting the story already, right? They were already being disillusioned with Genshin. At least what they're saying anyways. So, again, this is like, a lot of WuWa players are just disillusioned Genshin players, right?
And with every passing year or month or day, my problems has increased. So ever since Nadlan came out, that was the last time I gave my last chance to Genshin Impact. I basically closed off my heart. Even though it's my first ever game, not gacha game, my first ever game. And
Wow. First ever game is a crazy honor, you know.
it's of course painful, you know, that I no longer enjoy it. It just makes me sad, but that's just normal. Yeah, that's just normal.
It is normal. And again, this is what we have to say, right? If you guys want to quit a game, ultimately this video is about quitting gachas, right? If you guys want to quit a game, just quit it. Just quit it, guys. I'm being serious. Just quit the game. Do not wait for it to get better. Do not invest more time because you're only feeding into the sunk cost fallacy even more. Acknowledge that you have sunk cost fallacy. Acknowledge that you have emotional attachment to the game and move on. That's how it works. If the game, you know, you owe the game nothing, right? The game has to prove to you that it's worth your time, okay? Okay, let's keep going.
I no longer enjoy anything at all. Majority of the time I was only there because of my favorite characters, you know, Kazuha,
There you go.
Navia, Arlecchino, Colorin, Shinobu. You know, I have C6R1 Farina. You know, all these things. Ayato, Tartaglio, Miko, Raiden. I love Inazuma. All these things, you know. But it's okay. Memories can be memories. I was still logging in every day, doing the events, clearing events, doing some endgame content. But you know what? Ever since May started, I think for like a month now, I haven't done my dailies. It's the first time. Whenever I play a gacha game, one thing I do is I never miss my dailies. I log in, I do it.
Yeah, neither. And that is the whole point of a gacha, right? Is to get you hooked, right? Get you on the dailies, you know. Get you doing daily chores, right?
And I have been basically on autopilot with Genshin Impact ever since Netland. Nothing has been very enjoyable. So,
and I feel like that is step one of quitting a game. Because again, I was on autopilot with NTE. I was on autopilot with Arknights weeks before I quit them both. And even though NTE was, you know, fresh off the, you know, the release, right? Fresh off release. I think autopilot is like step one of quitting, right? It's like that subconscious process of quitting. That's where it starts. Because unless the game reels you back in properly, right? Then that's when it starts. And if you guys are starting to autopilot on games, you need to start questioning yourself. Like, why am I still playing this game? Do I still enjoy it properly? Do I see this game being feasible in my life long term? Because I feel like if you don't feel that's the case, then I feel like you just cut your losses now, right? Because especially with gachas, right? If you're like if you're a monthly and a battle pass player, you're spending, well, like £15 for me. So maybe like £17.50 roughly every 6 weeks, right? So every 6 weeks you're spending that much money. You can accrue that, right? You can save a bit of money. You can save a lot of time as well. Excuse me. So I think you should, if you are autopiloting and you are starting to become a bit disillusioned with a game, take a step back. Just have a look and say, hey, I think, you know, I just need to sort of reevaluate, because there's two ways to play a gacha, right? There's log in every day and basically care about it like crazy. Or there's play it casually and don't care about pulling the characters and just play it for the story, right? If you don't like the story, then you're only going to do option one. And option one, if you don't like the story, then, you know, what's the point? The characters aren't enough. For me, anyways. It might be different for you guys, but, you know, again, just take a second, guys. Take a second, because, you know, the games do prey on you like that.
Land Not Cry, that's been so long now. Insane. So, in the end, I decided not to stream Genshin Impact anymore.
Assuming master control.
I used to stream a bit more at first. Like maybe like 2 times, 3 times a month, and then it changed to once a patch just to do Stygian co-op and then do some Spiral Abyss and Imaginarium Theater on stream. And then, what do you call, recently I just stopped even doing that. And then in the end, I
It's weird, right? How like people quit games like subconsciously. It's kind of like just a shutdown of all the processes that they're used to doing, like end games, dailies, catching up on the story. It all just slowly peters out. It's really sort of weird, right?
I also deleted the HSR, by the way. I wished for E6S1 Blade on stream, and then after that, right after I deleted it. So
Wow. E6S1. What, the new Blade? Like, what's his face? The new one or the old Blade? I'm assuming it's the new Blade. I forgot what his name is. But yeah.
this is not a hate against Hoyoverse. It's more so I'm just entirely done with gacha games, you know, and yeah, being
Mortinax, that's it. Yeah.
What do you call main is all I literally care about. So I just basically.
I agree. I actually have this feeling now where I only care about WuWa as the main. Obviously, I really want a second to rival WuWa. I really do, right? But the likes of NTE, Arknights, Enfield aren't just doing it, right? They're not just doing it for me. After playing NTE, I play WuWa on autopilot. NTE just have cooler, better events. The collab gacha is also cooled my hype for WuWa a bit. Yeah, that's fair enough. Obviously, some people just don't care about edgerunners. But luckily, I guess, 3.5 is coming. But if you don't like Wuthering Waves, then by all means, take a break. Uninstall it. You need to do what you need to do at the end of the day. I'm not here to tell you to stay, right? I'm just here to, in this video specifically, to tell anybody watching that if you do feel disillusioned with the game, or you do feel like it's getting sort of, what's the word? Boring, right? Or monotonous. Take a break or quit. I'd quit, personally. But yeah.
Cut down all the gacha.
It's much harder for streamers to drop a game. Absolutely it is, because it's their livelihood. It really is.
Games I was playing.
Like, imagine me trying to quit Wuthering Waves. What would I do? That's crazy. I don't want to think about that, actually. That's weird.
I did try out the new gachas that came out. Arknights Enfield, I dropped it. Duet 9 of Beast, I dropped it. NTE, I dropped it.
Wow.
Monjil Stardive, I dropped it.
Wow.
When Ananta comes out, will I try it? Yep. Am I gonna drop it? Probably. Still kind of the same thing. Unless they actually interest me enough and keep me interested. Right now, the only one that's keeping me interested, like with everything, character animation, gameplay, what do you call storyline,
is the only one that she's playing.
Gacha, basically everything. I have one or two complaints about WuWa, but hey, nothing is perfect, So I'm happy with WuWa. I cannot keep up with more gacha games. I don't want to wait for games to be better, even after I have...
Exactly, man. Exactly. This is bread and butter of sunk cost fallacy versus, like, playing games and quitting them, right? If you're disillusioned with a game, you don't feel it's in the right spot for you, don't stay with the game. Don't stay day by day wasting your time, because it may never improve. If it does in the future, just go back to it. You will feel much better having that time off than you would be playing day after day after day, waiting for it to do so. I genuinely, right? I thought this about Honkai Star Rail when I first quit in like 3.3. Maybe it'll get better. I came back in like 3.4 to see how it was. No. Came back in 3.7 to see how it was. No. Came back in 4.0 finally to see how it was. No. And I'm not going to do the same with Zenless. I'm not going to do the same with Arknights. Maybe NTE. Obviously, these games, they need time, especially Enfield and NTE. But you just need to quit them, guys. I feel like it's either on or off, right? You're in or you're out. Not because of, like, community reasons, but because it'll be a lot better for your mental, right? Having to get on every day and do monotonous dailies and log off, no matter how long their dailies are, right? it takes a toll on you mentally, because you have to, you get on your computer, right, and you think, oh, I have to do my dailies, rather than getting on your computer and just doing whatever you want to do. I think that in itself is like the bad part about live service, where you have to get on. You feel the obligation to. Unless you actually enjoy the game, then that can be mentally exhausting, as Wolf just said, right? That can be mentally exhausting. And for anybody that's in that sort of cycle right now, please heed my words. Take a break or quit. It'll be better that way, believe me.
Given them so many chances, you know, literally 2 years, 3 years waiting for the game to change itself. Nothing changing.
No.
It's time to say goodbye.
You should never
right,
wait
guys?
that long.
It's time to
Never.
say farewell. I don't like the word goodbye, but it is indeed an end with me. I'm not gonna delete my account. My game is still gonna exist in my phone. Am I gonna update? Nope. But yeah, I'm just like kind of just done. Yeah. It's more so for all the gacha games. Even you guys try to cut down the gacha games that you play, because a lot of them just fall.
I agree, obviously. I made a video on this ages ago, right? Some guy was playing 5 gachas and he cut it down to 3. I was going to say 3 is the magic number, but I'm not going to lie. 2. 2 is actually pretty good. 2 mains, right? 2 big mains, right? Ones that you log on every day, care about the story, care about the end game. And then the third one can be like a casual one that you play on the side, you know, do what, you know, when you're bored, stuff like that. That's a good combo.
Follow the same format, you know. Unless you're in it for the gamba, which a lot of people do. For me, I'm never
True,
in it.
a lot of people are in it for the
because
gamba.
of gamba. That has never been.
You play 4. Quit one, man. Quit one.
My point. If I don't enjoy the story and the characters, then what is the point that I'm in a game? That's the question. Gamba is a bonus. You know what I mean? It's a bonus thing for me. But I do know a lot of people, gamba is like their main thing. If the gacha is not good, then they leave the game. Sort of like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I left Enfield at the end of the day, because of the gacha system, right? I left Enfield because of it. So, but I feel like when you're like involved in gachas, right? The gacha system, the thing that makes a game a gacha has to be good to some degree, which is why I will praise NTE to the fucking moon with how their gacha system is. It's so good. It's the best in gacha by a country mile, might I add. Like, hey, I'm a WuWa shill apparently, but I will praise NTE's gacha system to high heaven. It's so good.
It'd be like that. But I'm happy that I'm only playing Wuthering waves, and I hope it doesn't, you know, I hope we'll just get it better from now, and I'm not eager to add another gacha game to my main roster. I like playing Where Winds Meet, and I like playing Wuthering Waves. And
is Where Winds Meet a gacha? I think it is, isn't it? It's not like I hate WuWa, I will still play it, and I care about edge runners and the story was awesome, but NT doing some core things very differently, and also with NT and WuWa, I have just 2 gachas. Fair enough. I mean, what would you want in Wuthering Waves? What would you want in WuWa, actually? What is WuWa doing? Well, what is NT doing that WuWa isn't? Is it just like the way the game is, or is it like extra features like character skins and housing and stuff like that?
they are 2 different games, and I like them for different reasons. And yeah, they are my 2 main games. Everything else is going to be games from Steam and stuff like that, which are not live service games, you know. Yeah, so keeping up with multiple gachas, multiple live service games, the fear of missing out, all of the shenanigans. Insanity, you guys. Insanity. This is insanity. It's like having multiple jobs and you're not getting paid at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't feel like that when you're playing gacha games, because I felt like that. It's like a part-time
exactly.
job
That's what I
and
mean.
nobody's paying you. It's like you're in an internship and nobody's paying you. I literally felt like that. I'm telling you guys. Like, you guys may think I'm being dramatic, but there were a lot of times I felt like that while I was playing my favorite gacha games. So at some point, you just have to evaluate and reflect and say, what is going on? Why am I playing these damn gachas, bro? That feel like a part-time job. That you're not getting paid to do anything. And when a game feels like a part-time job and an employment and a job, you know, it's just bad.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying.
Let's freaking go. You got Nicole. It's so funny you say that when I'm saying games are feeling like a part-time job. Delete the games, and now I'm so happy for you. Let's freaking go. Nicole is home. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just in time for quitting Genshin. Wait, Naughty, is you quitting Genshin? No way, Naughty. This is gonna be astronomical because Naughty found me while I was streaming Genshin Impact. Okay, I really got scared. You're not... Okay, that's good.
I think she's going on a bit of a tangent right now, but her point still stands, right? Obviously, she's just one of many that will be doing the same, which is why I'm covering her video specifically, right? I feel like this is a common trend nowadays, me included, where I'm just out here, you know, just it's like I'm cutting games off way too quickly because I know the gacha rigmarole now. I just can't bring myself to play something that I'm not fully invested in. And if you're not fully invested, go on. More goals to achieve. NT has a tycoon system on top of basic character obtaining an endgame. And money to buy skins, cars, properties like GTA Online. Also PvP events. NT has 2 solid PvP events. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the tycoon system. I do. It is a bit grindy, but that's the fun part, right? That is the fun part. Oh, okay. I will need to go in a few minutes because I have to do some taxi service, unfortunately. That's not my actual job, but I do drive. Oh! He showers and drives? Oh my god. No way. PvP Echo event would be nice, yeah. They need to do something with echoes. Something PvP related, it'll be great, right? It'd be great. Like, Depths of Elusive Realm echoes where you just turn into Crownless all the time and just fight other players. But no, I think they have I think they raise a valid point, even if it was slightly mistranslated, right? About the whole quitting gachas if you're not into them. Especially gachas, guys. Not just games, gachas. Gachas specifically, because they are there to prey on you at the end of the day. That's how it is, unfortunately. That's just how gachas are. Any gacha, by the way. Not just Genshin, like Star Rail and stuff. It's also like WuWa, so... Yeah. That's all for that one. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, that's all for the stream, guys. I know I've got 2 Arknights Enfield videos, but unfortunately, they'll have to be cut off. Maybe I might do like an Arknights Enfield stream. I know it's not really me, right? I'll do an Arknights Enfield stream discussing what's actually going on. Hell, I might even return to it and see what's actually going on. I might not. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I am a WuWa channel, so it's not my priority to talk about other games at the end of the day. But thank you all so much for coming, though. It's been a nice little stream. Finding out that every single Hoyo game apart from Genshin has a skip button was very fun. I can't lie, I loved that. I really did. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all tomorrow for the live stream. I will be streaming. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be live, but I will be streaming it. I'll be streaming it. I'll be streaming it, 100%. So yeah, see you all in the next one. Bye for now, guys.